Hi everybody, and welcome to another tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to make the Ballerine bracelet. This is created by Loom for Kaylee on Instagram, and she also has a YouTube, which she'll be using to film her amazing trees and garden. And so I'll have both of those names in the description box below to make sure to check her out. And this is just what it looks like up close. This is the front side, the signature side, and the back side. So you can wear it whichever way you want. I just think this side is much, more showy because it kind of shows the cocoa here more than it does back here. However, you can wear it however you like. This does only need one loom, so in the staggered configuration, and this is how long one loom length makes. So for me, it goes like this far around. So yeah. You're also going to need a hook, a C-clip, and 4 colors of bands. Today I'm using opaque purple for the cocoa in this bracelet here. I'll be using orange for the white, all of the white, and for the single chain here, it looks like a zigzag, but it's actually a single chain. I'm using black. And for these fuchsia, accent colors, I'm using royal purple. So, let me bring up Loom for Kaylee's profile before I go any further, because you need to see her name and her beautiful account. I love her account so much. So, see, this is her garden here. She'll be doing a tutorial on that, on all of her garden, that is, and it's going to be awesome. So, lots and lots of amazing pictures. Make sure to check her out on Instagram. She has an awesome, awesome account. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Alright, let's get started. So, take the color that you want to be the fuchsia bands here. So for that, I'm using royal purple. And you're going to start by taking 2 of them and just laying them from here to here and from here to here. So, center out to the left, center out to the right, just like that. Now we're going to be laying the rest of these accent colors on this side. It looks like that. So I'm going to take another band, and you're going to skip this peg and go to the next one and just pull a horizontal band across. Again, skipping the next peg, going to the next one, pulling another one across, skip this peg, go to the next one, skip this peg, go to the next one, skip, and go to the next one. And so if you were to skip this one and put a horizontal band across this one, it would make the bracelet not how it's supposed to be. So we're not going to place that one there. However, we are going to be placing the kind of zigzag or single chain here. So I'm going to get my black for that. And you're just going to go from this peg all the way down to here on the last peg. So, just a regular single chain, first to second, second to third, third to fourth, and so on and so forth. Make sure you push them down. You will need to have that space on your pin bars for later when we start looping, and the looping process is somewhat different than normal bracelets. So make sure to pay attention. Once you get to the end, then what you can do is take 2 more of your royal purple and put them from this peg out to the left and this peg out to the right. So last center out to the left, last center out to the right. Now what I'm going to do, since I didn't do it on this bracelet, I'm going to put a capping band on so that I can put a C-clip on, and I'm just going to use my single chain color. So I'm going to put my black one on here. You do not need the cap band to be on top, by the way, just so you know. I did it on another bracelet and it made this whole part curl up, so yeah. Anyway, now we're going to be placing these white bands, or the half starburst. They're kind of like 3/4 or 2/3 of a starburst. So what you're going to do is you're just going to lay a single band straight up, then down to the center, up to the center, and straight. You will repeat this on the other side, so go straight, down to the center, up to the center, and straight. You may notice I'm using Halloween colors, but I don't know if you noticed that. And you're just going to do that all the way down the loom. So each 2/3 of a starburst is going to be in between these horizontal band sections. So go straight up, down to the center, up to the center, and straight, straight, down, up, and straight. Just keep doing this until you reach the end of your loom after you've placed all your bands. And then we have to do some, oops, I'm placing the wrong side first. I always place them left to right, and you may want to be consistent with that when you are placing your bands as well. And the way we loop the bands is it can be confusing, just to say the least. It can be very confusing, so make sure that you pay attention after I'm finished with placing the rest of these bands. Oh my gosh, I placed the wrong ones in order again. I don't know why I'm placing them to the right. I'm supposed to be placing them to the left. Well, from the left. Alright, and the last one you'll do here, and go straight like that. Again, placing on the other side, make sure you push your bands down. Okay, now what we're going to be doing is capping the sides. So here it's a triple looped capping band. You might not be able to see it, but all we're going to be doing is triple capping the center of each, I guess it's just a half starburst. So I'm just going to, triple cap the bands all on the right side first, and then I'm going to turn my loom so that I can cap them on the left. So you just twist it, put it back on, twist it, put it back on. 3 loops. I hate it when bands snap against my fingers. Okay, so now that I've finished doing the right side, I'm just going to do the left side, but it's easier for me to turn my loom around, so don't get confused. I'm just turning my loom around to cap. But then we're going to loop after I finish capping, so. And last one. Okay. So now what we're going to do is get our hook, and we're going to start one of the looping processes. We of course still have to place these cocoa bands, but first we have to loop these starbursts. So all you're going to do is go inside of the left starburst. If you want to start on the left or the right, just grab the top band, pull it back towards itself. Make sure that it's not super stressed out. This band in here is stressed out. Hopefully it won't break. Then pull the next one to itself. Grab the next one, pull it to itself. And the next one, pull it up. So you're just going to loop out all of the starbursts. So from underneath, go down to itself. And up here, again, just going down, then down to the center, then up to the center, then straight up. Just keep doing this all the way down your loom until you've looped out all of your starbursts. Then we're going to place more bands, then loop the bands. And if part of your cap band pops off, make sure to put it back on. I may have to undo this one so that I can put it back on. Yeah, I have to take this whole thing off. Then put this band back on. Then recap my band. That's only double capped. There we go. Alright, so once you've looped all of those bands, make sure that you push them down. And we're actually going to do something with the capping bands. So, one second. Oops, be careful of that. Now what we're going to do is take this capping band here and just lift it off the peg and move it to the inside. Again, move that one to the inside on the other side. Move this one off into the inside, just like that. And do this all the way down your loom for all of the capping bands. And make sure that you get all 3 loops up and off. Okay. Now that you have that, we can turn our looms back around so the arrows are again pointing away from us. Now we're going to start placing the cocoa bands in this bracelet. They're kind of diamond shapes, so get that color. Take one band, the sun is shining really weird through my window, whatever. Take one band and stretch it, make a far stretch to the second left peg from the center, the first center, and the second right peg from the center. Take another band and go from the second left to the fourth center and the second right to the fourth center. Just like that. Then go back one peg. So here you're going to go out to where the cap ends are, and then here you're going to go in, and then you're going to go back one. So here's the third center peg. Again, go out so that it goes to where the capping band is, and here as well. Then go in, just like normal. Then from here, go back a peg. Go back out so that it matches up perfectly with the cap band spots. And you're going to repeat this all the way down your loom, but at the end you will have to do something a little bit different with these bands. So I just did the entire right side of that diamond, or the left side, and now I'm doing the right side. And on this last one, you'll go out like regular, but you can't go in because it would be this imaginary peg up here. So we're just going to go in, come on band, just like this small one. So this last shape is kind of like a kite, but all of the rest are diamonds. So now we can start looping this. So turn your loom back around so your arrows are again pointing towards you. Then what you're going to do is take this capping band from the inside. So go on the inside of this little diamond shape. Grab the capping band, and I really hope this doesn't break. Pull it onto that peg again. It will pull these bands a little bit. So again, just go in here, grab the capping band, and pull it back onto the peg, up and over those bands here. These bands should be underneath the capping band if you go in to loop them. And you're going to do the same thing the rest of your capping bands. Make sure that you are grabbing the bands from the inside. So going in here, grabbing this band, pushing that one out of the way, putting it on. So like, don't go from the outside and try and like put it on like that. It will get so stressed out and it won't be right. And you're just going to do that for all your cap bands. So I have this one and 2 more. Alright, And after you've finished putting all of your capping bands back on the pegs, go back to the beginning here, and we're going to start looping these little diamond shapes. I couldn't remember the name. So, go inside of the left peg. You might have to like pull this cap band out of the way. Grab the top band, and don't pull it back to itself. Instead, just pull it straight to the peg behind the capping band. Then, go in here, grab this one, and pull it straight up to the peg directly ahead of it. So you're not pulling them to themselves. Then go inside of this capping band, grab the top band. Band, what are you doing? I don't know what's happening with this band. I'm fixing it. Alright, there we go. Then you're going to grab this band, pull it straight down to that peg directly below. Then grab this band, pull it to the peg directly above. So I'll do that one more time. Grab this band, should be relatively easy. Pull it straight down onto the peg right below. Then grab the next band, pull it to the peg straight up. And repeat on the other side. Pull it straight down. And pull it straight up. So that's what you're going to do for all of your diamond bands. So go underneath of the capping band, pull it down, pull it up, and repeat on the other side. And for the rest of the capping bands, I'm just going to do mine really quick. It's pretty easy to do, just make sure that you don't break any bands, and if the bands don't seem to be wanting to go normally, then you probably put the capping bands on wrong. Just like I did at the very first, at this one here, but they're pretty easy to fix. And last one, I'm pulling down and straight up. So now, go back to the beginning of your loom, and just go inside of this left peg here, go underneath all three of those bands, so you can grab the purple, the dark purple. Pull the purple into the center. Whoopsies. If that happens because there's a lot of bands on that peg, just kind of grab the band and pull it back through and onto the peg. Again, repeat on the other side. Pull it through and onto that peg. So you definitely want to make sure that this black band here at the bottom, this single chain band, is the bottom band. Okay? So now what we're going to do is go into where this horizontal band is, this very bottom royal purple one. Go inside of the left peg, grab that very bottom horizontal band, pull it out, and then pull it down to itself. Okay, pull it, or not down to itself, but pull it, so if this is a diamond here, right, you're going to pull it down. Then you go inside of the right peg, grab the band, and pull it up. So it'll have a teardrop shape going this way and then one going this way. So go to the next horizontal band. Again, go to the very bottom, grab the band, pull it down into the center, then go in under all of those bands, grab the one on the right, pull it up into the center. And there's only a couple bands that you have to do that with on the horizontal part. So just pull it down and pull it up. Make sure that you do it this way, not left goes up, right goes down. It's just how the bracelet works. And then again, pull this one down, pull this one up, and then for these last royal purple, you would just pull them into the center. So grab that band, pull it into the center. Now, all you have to do is loop the single chain. So, go all the way to the bottom, make sure you know where that single chain band is. Mine's actually kind of below the pin. Grab it. It's going to be really stressful on this first part. And just pull it straight up. Then, reach all the way to the bottom, grab that band, pull it straight up. And just keep going to the bottom, grabbing the bottom band, pulling it up. The first one, honestly, was the toughest one up here, but you will want to make sure at the end that it's not that you don't like break your band when you're trying to take it off. So if you want to use 2 bands, you could use 2 bands. And once you grab this one and pull it straight up, I'm just going to take these cap bands off the pegs, the yellow, or not the yellow, the orange ones. And I'm also going to take this one off, because this bracelet is pretty tough to get off of the loom. So grab an extension band, put it through there, or grab 2, it's up to you. And once you pull the first peg off, these center ones are going to be the most difficult because they have the most bands on them. But sometimes these orange bands like to hang on to the pegs. So just be careful when you're pulling this off. And pull that off. Kind of stretch it out a little bit. So the royal purple here isn't super visible. The sun's just making it look weird. But it just gives a nice accent. And then if you turn it on this side, the royal purple is here. The regular purple is not as visible. Also, my capping band down here is on this side. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You just kind of put your extension on and attach it. So, that's it for this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Make sure to follow Loom for Kaylee on Instagram and subscribe to her on YouTube. I'll have the links in the description box below, like I said before. And that's it. I hope you guys had a good time. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time.